It is increasingly being realized that the stunning collapse of the Afghan National Army has been due to the abrupt departure of the private contractors employed by the U.S. Department of Defense from the country, starting a month ago. The erstwhile Afghan government forces, trained by the Americans and other Western nations, had relied on these contractors for everything from training and gear maintenance to preparing them for intelligence gathering and close air support in their battles against Taliban fighters. From the horse's mouth. In an opinion piece in the New York Times, General Sami Sadat, a commander of the Afghan National Army, has lamented how he and his soldiers have been betrayed by politics and presidents, including that of the United States and other countries. In this piece, General Sadat has described the crucial role that the contractors played in the war against the Taliban. He pointed out how these contractors started fleeing Afghanistan after President Joe Biden announced the date of the withdrawal, and that, in turn, led to the following. The Afghan forces were trained by the Americans using the U.S. military model based on highly technical special reconnaissance units, helicopters and airstrikes. We lost our superiority to the Taliban when our air support dried up and our ammunition ran out. Contractors maintained our bombers and our attack and transport aircraft throughout the war. By July, most of the 17,000 support contractors had left. A technical issue now meant that aircraft, a Black Hawk helicopter, a C-130 transport, a surveillance drone, would be grounded. The contractors also took proprietary software and weapons systems with them. They physically removed our helicopter missile defense system. Access to the software that we relied on to track our vehicles, weapons, and personnel also disappeared. Real-time intelligence on targets went out the window, too. The Taliban fought with snipers and improvised explosive devices while we lost aerial and laser-guided weapon capacity. And since we could not resupply bases without helicopter support, soldiers often lacked the necessary tools to fight. The Taliban overran many bases. In other places, entire units surrendered. Private contractors called the shots. It is often not realized that behind the flashier areas of combat and technology in modern wars, particularly the wars that the Americans fight, there are extraordinary logistical efforts required to sustain these operations. These efforts are that of private contractors. In fact, as Adam Moore in his book Empire's Labor, the global army that supports U.S. wars has revealed, in some cases, more foreign workers than U.S. military personnel are engaged in servicing American military campaigns, 4 times as many in the later stages of the war in Afghanistan. Of course, the latest Defense Department quarterly report indicated the total number of contractors in Afghanistan dropped significantly over the last 4 months from nearly 17,000 in April to 7,795, 2,656 U.S. nationals, 2,491 third-country nationals, and 2,648 local Afghan nationals, in July. According to a recent study, before the Taliban regained control of the country, major defense companies were awarded contracts in Afghanistan worth hundreds of millions of dollars and spent tens of millions lobbying the federal government on defense issues.